Well, howdy there, everyone. This is Rudy Cowboy from Ultra Central. Today we're going to talk about Jirahs from Ultraman and the debate about how criminally used this kaiju was made. Now, personally, I'll say it like this now. Everyone, now hold your cups and teas and don't throw any cakes, but I want to defend this kaiju now. Now, let me tell you why. Now, I ain't no darn Godzilla normie now. I love Godzilla, but I love Ultraman more. Now, I had a good old conversation with my Yankee friend all the way down in California named Ericzilla 1999. Jirahs is something that we normally debate about normally. Not often, because we don't normally talk about it, but when we do, I always have this defense. Now, let me explain it right now. Yes, his problem is that they put a little frill on Godzilla, put a little bit of paint, and then called it a day. But let me tell you that although there's more unique things that you can do with old Gomez or some crap, there's this, which is also kind of basically the same thing, but in a lower level. Now, first of all, I do dig the frill. And second of all, the yellow lime-ish paint scheme on this Jirahs. Now, I ain't no carpenter now, I ain't no god of colors, but I will tell you that. I think that if you don't count the nostalgia or anything of the laziness of it being a Godzilla suit, the thing is that the Godzilla suit overall is a pretty darn good suit. And not just that, but these are made for movies that are quality of, let's put it, movies that have higher budget quality in their little suit motion stuff than what we see in the original Ultraman series. And instead of just being lazy and making it where it's one of the Godzilla suits that we've seen, what we do is we see this suit is basically a combination of the 1964 suit and the 1965 suit. So that basically still makes it a little bit more different than just a Godzilla 1964 frill thing, you know what I'm saying? And also, I want to count that. First of all, you gotta count that all of this show, all these monsters cost a lot of money, so they had to recycle some things, and that's a concurrent thing throughout the whole entire series, is that they'll recycle things. Cycle. And depending on how they do things, it actually becomes iconic, like a Boris in the Red King suit. You know what I'm saying? Now, my Yankee friend all the way in California, Eric's opinion on the stuff is that it's just uncreative. Which, okay, I can take that. I can honestly take that. It is kind of uncreative, but you gotta count the fact that this is Nakajima's last time. I know that I'm putting a little bit excuse after excuse. But then, there's other reasons to justify my part. Now, let me tell you this. Would you have this, or would you have this? So honestly, I think I'd have the first choice. I just think his concept art kind of looks bland and all of that, when, you know, it just doesn't appeal when you have this. And look, if you can't put the fact that it's a Godzilla suit aside, well, okay, well, at least give it some points for having swapped heads and a frill and a lime paint scheme to make it stand out. Its colors make it help, and that makes it help. And I like the fact that it's a plant, it's Godzilla Earth without screwing it up, and there you go, you know? It doesn't take that much problems with it, you know what I'm saying? Well, honestly, though, to be honest, I just stated that I don't really care for his origin, but if you think about it, the way how he dies is actually pretty tragic. I'm not gonna lie. knowing what he is and how a scientist grew him, and he's an innocent little boy, and the scientist was he just wanted to plant a little seed, you know what I'm saying? I should probably make a video on tragic kaiju sometime. Maybe I should try to start working on that right after this video. What you say? But I would say a tragic kaiju that is just like this, but just an improvement of Jirahs, is definitely Leogon from Ultraman Jack, which now that I think about it, he could be one of the monsters mentioned in my tragic monsters list. Come check that video out when it airs. Oh, and speaking of Ultraman Jack, or Return of Ultraman Block, gold on the Jack Tire! I am so tired of trying to get them correct. Crap, I'm so done with this world. If you want to go and have a lazy kaiju to criticize, well, I suggest criticizing old Denton from Ultraman Jack's show called The Return of Ultraman, which in fact he is not Ultraman. He is Ultraman Jack. That is stupid. But I love The Return of Ultraman. It is my favorite Ultraman show in the Showa era timeline. Despite what people think, everything has flaws and therefore they become criticized. And that is why we have this video right here. Well, anyways, back to the topic. Everyone has their own opinions on things and such. But that's what makes us special as humans, to have freedom of speech and be butts to each other. Hot diggity dog! Let's just be happy that we didn't get this piece of crap.
Jirahs!